like a, back like a, back like a, back like a.
Hey guys, it's ET here, and today I'm going to give you my review of the ThinkPad stack, which is made by Lenovo. So here it is. This is actually called the ThinkPad Stack Professional Kit. It's a very clever device with a clever modular design. It's very elegant looking, as is the package that all of the individual modules came in. It comes with 4 individual modules, which include a Bluetooth speaker, a wireless router, a 1TB USB 3.0 hard drive, and a power bank, as well as some cables, here they are, a charger, and a carrying case. Let's go ahead and take a look at each of them one by one. First up is the Bluetooth speaker. This right here is the speaker grill. Here's the power button, the speaker icon indicator, which lights up when it's in use. Here's the microphone mute button. Then there's the volume button. And then there's the play pause button. This is a micro USB 2.0 connector, which is for USB charging only. And this is an audio in connector. On the top of the speaker, there's these pogo pins at the bottom, and at the bottom there's this pogo pad, which are used to connect the stacks to one another and comes standard in all of the individual stacks. There's also this red LED on the ThinkPad logo, which lights up whenever the device is in use, and also comes standard in each individual stack. Lenovo says that the speaker supports up to 6 hours of music playback and has built-in hands-free phone function. The way you use the speaker is via Bluetooth, although there's also an option to connect it via an included cable that is for the audio in connector. I've tried out this speaker and it's actually pretty good and loud, at least for doing basic music listening, watching videos, listening to podcasts, and the like. I like using this for doing just what I mentioned. Next, we have the wireless router. Here's the power button and the wireless status LED indicator. Next, we have a USB 2.0 connector and a micro USB 2.0 connector, which is for charging only. Then we have an Ethernet port, and at the bottom there's an emergency reset hole. With the router, you can get internet access through the Ethernet port, and you can remotely access a USB storage device if it's connected to the router, and you can remotely access the hard drive stack if it's stacked to the router. It's capable of wireless access in the 2.4 or 5 GHz band, as well as wireless access through an external 3G or 4G network card. In order to be able to use the router for Wi-Fi, you need to install an app called the ThinkPad Stack Assistant, which you can get at Lenovo's website, and I'll provide the link in the description, in order to set up the router. It supports Windows 7 and up, Android 4.2 or later, and iOS 7.0 or later. The ThinkPad Stack comes with a setup guide that provides the instructions for doing this, so just read that and follow the instructions there. Next up, we have the 1TB hard disk drive. Right here, we have the hard drive activity LED, and we have the micro USB 3.0 connector. This drive is capable of remote access through the router when they are stacked together, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, you need to use the ThinkPad Stack app in order to be able to do this. As you can imagine, you can store anything in this drive. I'm using this primarily to store my massive music collection, and like I said earlier, you can access the drive wirelessly through the stack router, so that means you can use it as your own personal little cloud. Finally, we have the power bank. Here we have the battery icon indicator, and here's the power button. We also have two USB 2.0 connectors and a micro USB 2.0 connector. This thing can charge the speaker and supply power to the router, and it can charge two phones via the USB ports at the same time. So if you ever get stuck in a situation where you really need to charge your phone, like say when you're out working in a remote area that has no outlets, or when you're outdoors and your phone's battery starts to die down, or when you're indoors and there's nowhere to charge your phone because either all of the outlets are being used or you're in the middle of a power outage, you can always use the Stack's battery to charge it. You can even charge your friends or your partners or whoever's phone at the same time. You can stack these things any way you want. You can stack them all together, you can stack some of them, or you can stack them separately. When the power bank is stacked, it can supply power to the other stacked devices. The router doesn't have a battery in it, so that means that when you use the router, you have to either stack it with a power bank or plug it into an outlet. The speaker has a battery inside it, so that means you can play it as a standalone device for up to 6 hours of music playback. When the battery is low, you can either plug it into an outlet or you can stack it with a power bank. When the hard drive is stacked with the router can power on or power off the hard drive. The hard drive cannot be accessed wirelessly when stacked with the power supply only. You need to stack the hard drive with the router in order to access it wirelessly. Lenovo also recommends to not stack the hard drive with the other devices when it's not in use. As you guys can see, there are basically magnets on these things. It looks like this is so they won't get knocked over very easily if someone or something tips them over, which is very nice, and just generally for the sake of being more organized. This is a very ingenious feature. I absolutely love this thing. This is actually just what I needed. I am very excited to see what else Lenovo is going to do with the ThinkPad stack. I can just imagine the possibilities. That's it for my review of the ThinkPad stack. Hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope I didn't do too bad since this is my first video review. Feel free to leave any suggestions on how I can improve my content down in the comment section, by the way. If you want to see another review of the ThinkPad stack, I highly recommend my friend Jonah's review over at ThinkScopes, and I'll provide the link in the description. Hey guys, if you liked this video, please thumbs it up, share it everywhere, subscribe for more content from me if you want to see more from me, follow me on social media, the links are in the description, and I'll catch you all next time.
Back like a full frontal assault.
Yeah.